What's
It's
that?
not midnight yet.
It's a nighttime booty call.
Whatever. Don't hate.
I'm not hating. And do what you do.
I'm telling. I'm telling the guys that don't hate.
I was under the
You should
impression we were still trapped in like a labyrinthine pit in the darkness, or did we get out?
No,
I
you
thought
guys.
so too.
You, okay, well, last I recall, you had teleported out to Gano. I can't remember who. One of you guys did it.
Oh yeah.
I think Gasparini did it. Teleported you guys out, so you guys ended up in that little tavern in Gano that you guys had basically taken over after you liberated the city. Not
Yeah.
sure. Not sure why you guys went to Gano. I can't remember that, but it was just one of those locations you picked. That's right, because Rama is still under the control of the bad guys, and so is Outpost Piketty. But Rama is almost freed.
Well, what are you all doing while I wait for a reply?
Well, she can't reply. Sending it only goes one way. Oh, can answer in a like manner immediately. Okay, so you'd get it immediately. She says as soon as you are able to stop by again, she'll be glad to see you.
Cool.
Bring money this time.
And whoever said that, you said that in character.
No.
Always, baby.
Well, since you said it off character, go find your own woman.
But that would be less fun, Zinjin.
Go find your own woman. I'm not interested. Thanks, but I consider you a friend. But go find your own lover.
All right, Carl.
Okay.
You're still a friend.
We are streaming, by the way. This is episode 21, 22, something like that. I don't know. I've lost track after a while. I'll have to recount them again.
Sure.
So you guys managed to get out of Blood Plains. To do a quick recap, you guys went underground, underneath into the Blood Plains. You located where the key was. Managed to convince the Zorn to give it up in exchange for a handful of gems and miscellaneous other stuff the Threen decided to give. They gave you the gem. You guys teleported back to the little tavern in Gano. We'll call it the Maiden Shield. And last you guys recall, Rama was under attack. Rama was under attack by by your allies. They were trying to liberate the city, and you guys were all supposed to meet up where Tadiwi village was and try and retake Outpost Piketty, which is going to be the toughest battle.
And this is today? The fight's today?
No, it can be whenever you guys want. This is just basically you guys. That was your plan. You're to meet up with the force that takes Rama around the Tadiwi village area and see what you can do about. That's where you make your plan. So basically, you're going to make your plans in the rubble that was Tadiwi village.
Sweet.
Well, is there like what's the word for it? A high-end magic item, like magic, what's the word for it?
I don't know.
Material shop?
In Gano, no.
Glenn's.
Glenn's is the closest in Montana.
Is there a high-end jewelry store?
Montana would have all that stuff. In the towns and villages that you guys are going to be going to for now, like even the outpost, there's not a lot of high-end stuff because the outposts are more like forts. They're basically a military base. So that's what they're mainly for. They have some standard stores, but nothing that what you're looking for. What you're looking for would be in Montana.
Okay.
Tyne wants to go see the town proprietor or mayor or whoever, and he wants to purchase the bar that they've kind of set up shop in.
Okay. Okay. The mayor very thankful that you guys helped liberate the city. He works it out with the town council, and they all agree that because of your efforts, they are willing to give you the bar for free, um, and because of like I said, because you guys helped to liberate their city from the tyrants that were controlling it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
you have to buy all the alcohol and stuff, and you're gonna have to
yeah, that's
fix up
fine.
any damage, but yeah, you guys have a tavern now.
Ty's not worried about that. But I go to the blacksmith next. I need to make a new sign for our new bar.
Okay.
Yep, it's going to be a like a bone arm and like the elbow.
Okay.
So and it's going to be called the bone and joint.
I demand that the bone arm hold a pitcher of beer.
It will hold a picture of
There you
beer.
go.
No, like have a metal bone arm instead of like a pitcher, but like a metal bone arm holding a metal pitcher of beer.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, that can be done. The
Uh,
blacksmith does tell you
how
that's going to
about
take time, though.
how about the bone zone?
No, it's the bone and joint.
The boner joint?
Yes.
Bone and joint, or the bone in joint. Like
He does say it's going to take some time, specifically with what you guys are asking for, but he is more than willing to do it. He'll give you a good discount. He can't work for free, unfortunately.
that's fine.
But I mean, he's willing to give you a good discount on it, considering you guys aren't specific about the type of metal that's required for the arm.
Oh no, it has to be like not. It can't rust ever. Like it has to be good
Chrome.
quality metal.
Okay, so he says he'll make it out of adamantium. That's going to cost a little more because the materials alone are more expensive.
That's fine.
But it will. He said
And
he can
do we
definitely.
have any?
Gold gems.
Do we have any like topazes or
Let
something?
me check. I think you do.
We have azurite, lapis lupis, malachite, rubies, onyx, quartz, zirconium, yellow sapphires, star rubies, opals, black opals,
Yeah, you guys got a
fire
shit ton of
opals.
gems. No topaz though, but you have a shit ton of gems. I would say you'd have a topaz within there somewhere.
No. Well, malachite's green.
Yeah, I would say there you have several. You have pretty much a gem, one gem of every kind, in somewhere.
No. Well, I didn't know if we had like
Cool.
some yellow colored. I was gonna have them. I was gonna go to the jeweler and have the jeweler inlay like yellow stones in the beer mug, so it would glint in the sunlight and the moonlight and stuff.
He says, "How about instead of stones and wasting those stones that you can sell off?" He says he can come up with basically
Polished
a fool's gold type metal
Okay.
that he can use to represent the alcohol within.
Nice. I'll take it.
No, get that base enchantment, where the lights fill up the beer mug slowly and then stops and then goes back down and fills up the beer mug slowly.
Ooh.
Just do that with a minor enchantment.
In Gano, you don't have a mage to be able to do that, but you could requisition one.
Requisition.
Yeah,
Fine. Let's do it.
the military that you guys are working with, that you guys are basically in charge of, they do have mages within their midst. It would take a mage off the
Um,
battlefield for a little while, but
That's all right.
All-
We're all meeting.
all right,
up
we have a super important activity and job for one
Well,
of you to do.
So I don't know about it like filling up and emptying, but I'd rather have it look like it just keeps overflowing.
I
okay.
like that.
Yeah, they
You
could do
know,
that.
like so like the beer so it always looks like the beer is full.
Basically, that's a cantrip with a permanency spell attached to it, and that's so it wouldn't take much. Just means you have to have a high-powered mage to be able to do it, because the permanency spell alone is a high level.
Let's do it.
I also put in an order for bowls, and I take like a ton of gems, like 10,000 gold worth of gems, and say I need 10 bowls with these 10 gems separated throughout them. All of these gems separated throughout them.
Okay.
You mean like? Do you mean?
And I will toss 10,000 gold back into the pile for.
You guys have plenty of money.
All right, then I'll just take 10,000 gold and gems and stuff, and ask them to make bowls out of them.
Okay.
I need 10 different bowls.
Okay, they can do that. You thinking for Hero's Feast?
Yes.
I figured. Yeah, you guys have more than enough money that you can easily buy, spend quite a bit of it and still not even tap into how much you guys actually have.
Yeah. So I guess I need to put an ad out too for some barkeeps and stuff, and set up a. I'll hire like a bar manager for us, so that way we can start making money off our bar.
Okay. The bar will need a little bit of work. And you talk to the other tavern owner, and he's willing to share his contact for alcohol that he uses. So that way, he doesn't mind. A little competition doesn't bother him.
We'll
So
put
that
him
way,
out of business within 3 weeks.
probably. But
We have a lot more money we can sink into our tavern.
very true. Yeah, you guys have way, way, way lots of money to be able to sink into the tavern. You guys can make this thing. You can make Gano, become an official city with the amount of money you could spend.
Do we want to do it, guys? Do we want to make Gano a city?
I mean, just
It's
from
up to you.
just from the fact that if you make your bar popular enough, people will travel to go to your bar.
Yeah. Titties and beer. Titties and beer.
You ever been to the Bone and Joint?
What's
You
that?
know what? I have not.
Oh,
What's
it's
that?
Titan.
Yeah, sorry, I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, good.
I'm asking, what's that place?
That's your new bar.
That's our new bar, guys.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Something.
When did we get a
Another
bar?
Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are finally tapping into that massive amount of money I've given you.
So,
I'm like, I gave you guys all this money so you could buy stuff, you could upgrade your gear, you can, buy a keep, you can buy a plot of land, shit, you can buy a small city with the amount you have. You could buy
you
out
could buy
Gano.
Gano.
Yeah, you could buy out Gano and become like the leaders of Gano.
make it a training ground for new recruits.
There you go. You can do whatever you want, and
Make-
it's a port city too. It's a port town.
Yeah.
Make this nice and hip, Yeah, instead of Gano, call it Ganao. Because
Ugh.
everything's happening now.
Ugh.
Tyne grabs one of his instruments and just throws it on the ground and smashes
No!
it. Like,
Not my
stop
mother's trumpet!
Oh well.
Why'd you do that?
just for stupidity.
Also, if we were in charge of
Lessons
Gano,
need to be taught sometimes, and sometimes you have to hit them where it hurts.
That's hilarious.
I'm just shaking my head like,
Okay.
what's wrong with you?
So as a group, do you guys want to basically spend your money, quite a bit of it, to buy out Gano and become the new mayors of the town?
no, but I honestly feel like I should buy a temple. In fact, I should buy a temple in all of the liberated towns we currently have control over.
No, you guys
We
have
should
plenty of money
shop
to do that.
around the right city.
Wait. You mean buy the temple? Don't you mean donate to the temples?
I mean, like, buy a building and make it a temple to Karn.
Oh, okay.
Because I assume all of the places we take over have had the old temples destroyed because they were in the hands of the jackass.
Correct.
Ah,
Yeah, most towns, even Gano, the few temples they had are all destroyed. They are now rubble. but you can easily buy the property and begin construction on it, and that's where you guys can spend some of your money and like do temples or do like even Titan's idea, start a training ground within Gano.
Yeah.
I will say you guys are given the bar, so you guys at least have the bar at your disposal. Um, as for the town, that's up to you guys if you want to do it. If you don't, that's fine. I'm just suggestions, just offering.
One step at a time.
Yeah, I don't think we need to buy the town just yet. But I think we definitely need to buy a warehouse at the port and like a permanent slip at the port, like so we can buy a
Little
boat
one's
at some
clawing at
point.
my hand, trying to get my
You know,
attention.
just have a permanent like home for it.
Makes sense.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So how much will it cost to get everything set up and running and started at the bar?
Let's see. I mean, it will take a little bit of rework to do, but you can still have customers in during that time because most of the stuff is just, it's like in the background and
Cosmetic.
yeah, cosmetic kind of stuff. Plus, you guys want to set it up the way you guys want rather than the way it is set up. Because you each are going to have your unique style. Like, obviously the bard is going to want like a, stage where he can, where other bards and stuff can perform. Plus, it also brings in more money. It is a 4-level tavern. So the top 3 levels are all rooms.
Can we make it bigger?
Yeah, you can make it bigger. That's going to require more effort and more money, but
That's fine.
you guys have plenty of that.
So would 50,000 gold pieces cover it?
That would cover, if I recall correctly. Hold on, let me check the DMG. Because I'm basically going to count it as the cost of what a keep would cost. Because that's, the cost of a keep is to build the keep.
No.
That's fine. We want our tavern to be sort of a keep. We don't want to get
Yeah.
burned down by assholes.
Yeah, I want to make it a stone. I want to like leave the like frame of it wood, like the inside all wood, but then like completely redo the outside so it's stone.
Okay. Okay. So, if I recall correctly, I think it was like for a keep is like 500,000, which is still
500,000.
that's
That's a
believe
drop
me.
in the bucket.
Yeah, I was gonna say the amount of money you guys have. Believe me, that doesn't even scratch the surface.
We pay it entirely in chromium because we can.
I pay it entirely in copper pieces.
Oh shit!
Where did you
And-
find this much copper?
And they
I don't
hate you.
know. Yeah. I don't know. I just found it this way, okay?
Oh my, it's just 50 million coins. It's not that bad.
So,
Okay, here we go. For what you're looking for, a temple to construct will cost 50,000 gold pieces, and it takes 400 days to complete. For a keep or small castle is also 50,000 gold pieces, and it also takes 400 days to complete.
boom. Yeah, but ours shouldn't take so long because we're just really pretty much just reinforcing what we already have.
Yeah, I'll say just for the outside cosmetic work, since I mean the inside is pretty decent. I mean, just
We'll upgrade it, but
yeah, you can do that.
that won't take that long.
Okay, so yeah, so you guys spend 50,000 for basically the keep or quote unquote keep or small castle setup that you guys want. And I will say to fully finish everything and it, other than oops, other than some minor readjustments, you can stay open during the entire time, but it'd take you probably close to 120 days to complete.
Okay,
But you can be
Okay.
open during that time.
Alright.
sweet.
So as of currently, we have Gano, Tanoki Village, Montan, and Outpost Holyhead as free places.
Everything from Gano to the south, all the way across the continent, is under friendly control right now. Rama is about to be taken by your forces, so you'll have Rama. Basically, you guys are pushing your forces all the way up to Outpost Piketty, which is the last stronghold on the continent.
So these two are the only places we don't have. So
Rama's about to be taken. You guys specifically designated forces to go take that while you guys took Gano.
All right, then I will pay 450,000 to put a temple in each of the 9 remaining cities,
Okay. That's fine.
dedicated solely to Karn, with like a little alcove with other gods that are less important. So it's
But,
going to be like a big area, vaulted ceilings, stained glass, giant statue of Karn in the center, pews, and off to the side of the entrance, like where you'd expect the coat rack, you can have the other gods can have like little tiny 1 foot tall statues in alcoves or something. Okay.
Grizz is running a little late because, as he put it, the 7 sages of fuckery are about. But he will be here as soon as he can. So yeah, you managed to purchase temples. The outposts already had temples to Karn, because a lot of the warriors that are at the outposts are followers of Karn.
So that's 7 instead of 9. Okay.
Montan was never fully taken, so their temples are still there. So Karn does have a temple there. So that's 6 that you have to worry about, or 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. 5 actually, because the outposts you have, well, 6 once you count Rama. Taidiwi village does not exist. It is basically dead. It is a giant rubble in the ground. So basically, why did everybody suddenly get kicked out?
No. Anyway, so I take the remaining money out of the treasure bit.
That's fine. You guys got plenty of money. You know, if you guys just want to put on the miscellaneous treasure minus 450,000 for temple or whatever, you guys can go ahead and just put that down. I'll eventually clean that up and make it a much nicer list, so that way everything's labeled out a little better. We've just kind of been throwing it all together as it goes. So I will spend a day and sit and do nothing but fix up that treasure list, so that way it's much easier to read, and that way you can understand, what you have and what you don't. That dragon horde really helped you.
how good is these 20 casks of ale?
They're still in their cask and they're still fully sealed, so they're still awesome. I mean, ale only gets better with age, and these are, it's, yeah, the good stuff.
These are the good stuff. Okay.
Actually,
are
it's
like
what you stole
one
from
gold.
that damn tavern.
Oh, is it still from the tavern? I
Yeah.
put it back up.
Yeah.
I put all those. I put them all back where they belong.
Well, you guys didn't. Yeah, you guys weren't planning on buying the tavern at the time, so you were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna take the casks," because you weren't sure if you were ever gonna be back to Gano. Now you have a reason to return.
All right, I'm gonna take the 20 cask off.
Okay, yeah, you guys have the ability to edit it and stuff. Like I said, don't worry about fixing it up. I will do that later. I'll have some time, so I'll sit and clean it up and make it look real nice.
Well, how much would the warehouse and everything cost at the
You're basically in a sense renting it.
No, like I want to buy it. Like I want it to be
okay.
ours. Like, I don't want there to be any question who owns that shit. Like,
fair enough.
because
Okay.
I want to put a warship there.
Okay. We'll say to buy the warehouse where you can manage to store stuff, and buy the dock that leads to the warehouse. We'll say it costs you 300,000.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, any chance you guys get to spend some money, please do. You have way too much. You guys are the richest ones on the planet right now.
No, just
Wait, how much was it again? You said 30,000.
300,000.
300,000. Okay.
Is the store open, or do I have to wait till the morning?
You have to wait till the morning.
All right. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep while you're all spending. There's not much I want. There's no house I want yet. I'll save up for that, but But if you need me, I'll be sleeping.
Is that our door or someone else's?
In character.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You do it out of character too.
Not entirely.
And I guess can we buy a warship, or are they all
They're currently
yeah,
in
taking
use,
advantage?
but you can
Or
basically buy a ship
pay to
and
get one made?
yeah, you can basically buy to have one remade.
I can make a warship with my hands and magic.
I'm not biting. I don't know what you're trying to sell right now, but I'm not buying.
Sell
checking.
nothing. I can create it from thin air.
So how big is this thin air warship that you can create?
I mean, it's not like what's your idea of a warship? I mean,
Well, first off, if you're already asking that, you don't know.
Warships are made specifically for war.
Yeah.
They're armored and they have like catapults
Cannons
and
and-
ballista and cannons and stuff. They're specifically designed to carry the heavy weight of the cannons and stuff, and be a force on the water.
well, I'm a force anywhere I go. So
Happens when you have STDs.
those damn demonic STD.
A warship
And
to buy costs 25,000 gold pieces.
so I'll well just make that 325,000.
They made that right here apologize for throwing his teammates
Alright,
under
there.
the bus by standing for the
That's why I don't watch NFL anymore. Yeah, sorry, I had to look it up on the DMG. It actually does have a list of everything
Cool.
you could get.
Plus, I guess we'll probably have to end up paying. Oh, so we need to get that. Okay.
And then you have to count in get a crew because
Crew.
none of you guys know how to pilot a ship.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when we start hiring people for, well, I can't use it anyway because I have to wait for it to get built.
Yeah.
So, which I think a warship takes almost a year.
It actually doesn't say how long. I assume they just hold on. Yeah, it doesn't say how long it takes to build.
Like we have the pieces. We just wait to. We already know how to snap it together because we're IKEA.
Yeah. I'll say since building like a keep and stuff takes about 400 days, I would say about 400 days for them to make a warship.
So yeah, a little over a year.
Yeah, a little over a year.
Damn. Can I buy one? Here. If I buy a used one, how much would that cost us?
I'd say that costs you about half, so 12,500.
And then to make sure it's up to par, would it go back up to 25? I'm assuming.
No, because most warships, that are retired, I mean, all you have to do is alter a few things. So I'm not going to say it's going to cost exactly that much. I'll say it costs you another 8,000 just to up it to what it should be.
So.
You guys are also welcome to buy, like to want to purchase a house in Montana or somewhere if you want. Remember, you guys have plenty of money to spend, or even buy a house in Gano.
Well, I planned on living on the top floor of the tavern. Like I was going, like I figured we'd all live on the top floor of the tavern, and then we'd rent the rooms down below us.
That works.
But I mean, that's what I was planning to do. I don't know what these schmucks are doing.
So how much is a whorehouse?
It's actually not
waiting
listed.
for it. I was waiting for it. And I kind of be like, well, we could have make a gentleman's club also. Like,
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I personally was thinking about it ever since he was like there are 4 floors. I'm like, so 3 floors of brothel then?
You trying to turn this village into Sin City?
I will
Maybe.
say for a place like that, hold on. I have to keep flipping back and forth. We'll say it cost you. I'm just gonna make up a price. I don't feel like going for it. Um, to buy buy one of the old properties and fix it up and turn it into basically a brothel, will cost you. We'll say 40,000.
I automatically give him the money.
Okay. It will take them probably about 200 days to fully complete and rebuild.
And that'll give you 200 days to find some talent.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a couple letters out to some of the professionals that I've met along my years.
Okay.
Old Barbara, yeah, she's the best. She needs the good letter. So I send her a couple gold with it.
Old Barbara is like 300 years old, and unless she's an elf, is probably dead.
Yeah.
She's a
Remember,
gnome.
you've been sleeping.
Yeah. It is
And
now. Remember, it is 300 years into the future from where you guys originally started. So most of the people you guys know are dead, but doesn't mean you don't have contacts. Because you guys have been running around doing good deeds, and the Heroes of the Hearth name has become very well known throughout many of the lands. So you guys have some pull with that.
yeah, Barbara could easily be a madame by now. So I'll have her send her girls.
You do get a few responses, and some are willing to relocate to Gano. Um, they say it'd take a little while to get there.
All right. We're getting ready, guys. Gentlemen's Club in action.
Hi, are you all gonna stay up while doing this? In
It's
character.
not that late in the evening, is it?
He said it's about 10, so it should be midnight or 1:30, something like that. End game, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Just me then. Yeah, it's about as you guys work things out. We'll say actually because most of the places that you want, most of the things you want to get done, wouldn't even be like you talking to the mayor and stuff like that. At 10 o'clock at night. Well, 10 o'clock at night he'll give you guys some leeway because you guys did liberate the town, but you did wake him up. Uh, However, he says that the person who's in charge of all the property within Gano will not be awake until the morning. But you guys basically, right? So basically, right now, what you guys are doing are kind of planning. You're looking over the tavern as you guys are wandering around it, going, here's what we want to fix. There wasn't a stage, but there is an area where you can make a stage, and it wouldn't make you lose too many seats. And if you wanted to like expand out a little bit, you could. Um, it is a typical tavern. It does have a bar and it does have a kitchen. So I mean,
Stage
basically,
would be nice.
yeah, basically at night, what you guys are doing is just going over the tavern and deciding what you want to change, how and
I'm
talking.
sleeping.
Well, except for you.
Character stage would be nice. It could bring could bring entertainment, and bring a lot of people in.
And that would one up the other tavern because the other tavern doesn't have a stage.
Maybe even add a dance floor.
Okay. Next morning dawns. You guys start your work, start pieing everything. Uh, the docks, like the dock and warehouse manager, he was actually awake, so at night you guys could have purchased that. He, so you guys end up purchasing your warehouse and the dock that leads to the warehouse.
Magic store open? Magic store open?
There is none in Gano. It's not big enough yet to be able to withstand it.
Darn it.
Well, we're about to change that with a red light district and a great tavern.
Yeah, it will. I mean, it will eventually grow. I mean, it's going to take time for it to grow, but yeah, you will definitely start to bring in some higher clientele. So Gano will be much larger.
So,
Okay.
we need buy some center of town properties and stuff that are probably available now due to people being dead. Start capitalizing on people's to start capitalizing on people's misfortune. I mean,
oh, that's.
How much you think you'll add a teleportation circle?
That takes over a year to complete by a mage, and it'll cost you upwards of 200,000.
Not yet.
How much does it cost for someone to use a teleportation circle?
To use it, it doesn't cost much at all, but you have to have a mage that knows how to cast it.
Well, I know, but like, how long would it take us to recoup our funds from someone using it?
What do you mean?
See, our warehouse. Well, like, say, so every time you want to use one, it costs a gold piece.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's just for your individual self. Then say if you have a bunch of goods you want to teleport, that costs a couple of gold pieces. So on average, we'll say that it's 1.5 gold is what the average person spends. So we're going to need at least, 100, 75, or what I can't think of the math. Like at least 100,000 people to go through it before we break even.
Oh, I mean, it's yeah, but I mean, ultimately, you guys would be able to charge whatever you want for the teleportation circle, and the catch is, like, teleportation circles are very specific. Like, if you want to have, you want certain mages to have access to it, you have to give them the specific glyphs for it, because each circle is different. Each glyph, it's basically like coordinates is basically what it is, and each glyph,
phone number.
Yeah, something like that. And that's what they really have to do is basically dial up that number in order to teleport. But you can have it where it's limited.
So it's like Stargate.
Sort of, yeah. And then you guys could easily charge whatever you wanted for, to teleport goods, to teleport whatever. Depends on what you want, what you really wanted to do. But like I said, it'd take about 100,000 to build, to pay the mage to do, because it's going to take the mage a full year for him to work on it. It's not a year non-stop because he's got to sleep and recoup, but it takes about a year for them to finalize everything and get it perfect. And then you would have your own teleportation circle wherever you wanted it. So you could either have it at the warehouse or you could have it at the tavern. I mean, it all depends on where you wanted it. Mostly you're paying for the mage's time.
Give them all
Nice.
the money.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have plenty of money. That's not a big deal. I like that. Actually, it looks
I think we
nice.
should do it.
Okay, do you want it in?
Okay.
Do you want it in the tavern or in the warehouse?
Probably should do it in the warehouse. Just because, in case people need somewhere to store goods or something until they have a buyer for them or whatever.
Does the teleportation go to a particular place, or does it go anywhere?
You have to have the code to go to whatever teleportation circle you want to go to.
Yeah. Each teleportation circle has a specific code. If they're just randomly teleporting to a location that doesn't have one, they can use it. Basically, the once you guys have one embedded into your area, um, that you know it kind of locks that area off. So people can use it to teleport to, say, if they want to go to Montan, they can use yours while they're in Gano and make a quick trip to Montan. But you can charge each person for wanting to use it however much you want. I mean, got to remember, be within reason, because then people will be like, fuck you, I'll just find another way to get there. So, I mean, you don't want to be like, okay, it's 100,000 per person, because, nobody's going to want to spend that, because, that's how much it costs to get one. But yeah, so, I mean, okay, if you guys want it in the warehouse, you get a hold of some of your mage allies within the military. Um, and they say they have a few friends who did not join the military, because not all mages do, um, who are willing to, you know, take their time out and, come and do the teleportation circle for you. One of your associates within the military actually says, I can get you a pretty decent deal. I got a buddy who will do it for 75,000.
Okay.
Like I said, you guys have made a name for yourselves, so.
Let's do it then. So
Okay.
70. You said, wait, 75,000 for the teleportation circle?
Yeah,
Wait.
it's going to cost you 75,000, but what it's going to require is a year of the mage basically spending time, imprinting it into the area.
Okay.
So you won't be able to use it for a year, but after that year, it'll be done. And he may be able to shrink that time. I'm going to have to look into it. He may be able to shrink that time a little bit if he focuses most of his effort on that. Usually it takes a year because the mages are usually busy doing one thing or another, or studying or whatnot. But if all he's doing is making that circle and, having very little free time, then he should be able to do it in less time. I see. Where's the little one? Okay. Congratulations, you guys now own a tavern, a warehouse, the dock that leads to the warehouse, and in the process of having a warship.
And a teleportation circle.
And a teleportation circle. Yeah, you guys are going to have quite a bit.
Cool.
And then don't forget our whorehouse.
Oh yeah, the whorehouse. Nice, good. You guys.
I'll let the
keeping track.
whores take care of that. They know the business. Well, I do too, but I've got better things to do.
For the brothel, it will cost you. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it'll only cost you like 12,500 to upgrade one of the old buildings.
I already said I paid the gold.
That's right. I'm adding it to your miscellaneous treasure, and I'll fix, once I'm done, I'll fix it all up so that way the gold pieces will reflect how much it is. But I'm adding it more for note's sake. Don't forget, I can set you guys up with various journals if you want to keep track of all this stuff. If not, just write it down somewhere and don't forget. Okay. As the next day dawns and you guys get everything done, you actually have kind of a quiet time now. You know, it'd take a while for the workers to get to Gano and be able to begin construction on your place, but you do have enough to at least open the bar up for a little bit.
Hey there, DM. I'm not gonna be able to play very much longer.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
all good.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the brothel actually. And I'm gonna start setting it up and become the master of this brothel. I'm gonna really put some elbow grease into it.
Okay. Okay, so you go off and you begin working on cleaning up the building and stuff and getting it ready for a brothel, setting it up the way you like.
Yep. And I just thought of the name. It's I'm gonna go to Titan's Metalworker and be like, "Can you make me another sign and call it a Dom's Dames?"
He goes, okay.
Thank you.
He says that. Well, I mean, if you just want it in standard, he can do that pretty easily.
No, gold and jewels, obviously. Come on.
Very well.
Make it classic, come on.
Okay. All right. So, he says, all right, I will get it. He says, along with the other one, it's gonna take a little bit. I mean, I'll get to it as soon. I'll finish it as soon as I can.
That's fine. Take your time. It'll take a little while for the girls to get you, but you, sir, get first pick.
He kind of chuckles. Thank you. Okay. So Dom
Oh,
is
no, you're welcome.
so Dom is busy working on the brothel. Titan, uh, Malin, and Zin. What are you guys doing?
Uh, well, waiting till we, since there's not a magic shop, I'm just gonna train, practice, wait till the next mission, and maybe talk to Diana.
Okay.
I just consecrate the land where the temple's going to be.
Okay. Easily enough done.
Well, actually, it takes like 24 hours to cast the spell, so I'm
Still,
going to be stuck there.
that's fine. It's 24 hours. You're not really doing much else right now, and you guys haven't heard from Glenn or anybody about a new mission yet. You do know it's still going to take a few days. You guys do get word, by the way. Rama Village has been taken by your forces. They are going to take a few days to recoup and let some of their fighters heal up a bit before they continue their march towards Outpost Piketty. So you have at least, we'll say you have at least about a week before you have to start worrying about moving.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Because to be honest, I hate doing nothing.
I mean, you can help them set up the tavern and whatnot for put in your own little personal touches in various places. I mean, I assume you each are going to have your own little corner that you guys are setting up the way you want. Uh, the top floor is specifically for you guys.
I'll
So
go there and put my own touch in there.
okay.
Ask if we can make a stage and a dance floor.
Well, the stage I think everybody agreed to.
How about a dance floor?
Now that's an RP thing for you guys. Titan, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
here.
Well,
So I'm guessing it's getting pretty late. Probably need to go to bed.
it is actually the next day now. Once you guys got everything done, it was only about midday by the time you finally got everything finished, or at least paid
Oh,
all the
okay.
fees and whatnot. Um, you guys did get some sleep. I'll say you guys did get some sleep. You got what you could done at night, and then you went to sleep. Next morning you woke up. You guys got all your essentials done. Buying. Talking to the property. The comptroller for Gano, and you buy out the property that the tavern is on. So the tavern is now yours officially. You guys get a copy of the deed for the tavern and a copy of the deed for the dock and the slip and the warehouse that you guys now all own. So it is all yours, free and clear. Other than that, I mean, you have to wait for the workers to arrive because they have to, get workers from other areas to begin work on the tavern. But the tavern can be opened for right now because there's still I mean, it's not in bad shape. So I mean, you can still, get some things done, or open it up just to start, just to start it, and then, do it that way so you can already start making money. Not that you guys need it.
Money's nice though. The way to make more money is by taking your money and making and buying things that you can make more money with.
Pretty much.
Well,
Economics.
Well,
I'll go help, I guess.
yeah.
It's the Titan's engine show.
well. Where's Thrain at? Is he not going to be here?
He is running late.
Okay. I'm like, man, we're making all these money decisions, and he's not even here.
No, he won't care about that. Well, I'm trying to prevent any possible battle because I know he's going to hate missing out on any battle. That's why I said.
Oh shit, we got to go to battle then. We got to go to battle.
Yeah, he would hate missing out on that battle.
I would hate having him miss out on the battle. We would lose probably.
Yeah, I don't have a. I was gonna say I don't have a ridiculous great bow. Okay, guys, I apologize.
Well, in all fairness, he's earned it, and he gave up shit for it.
I'm not dissing him at all about it. I'm just saying, like, they're like, oh well, we don't have him, and I know it's because of his great bow, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, once he envenoms them arrows, man, that shit's nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, that's basically all it was,
and
that and kind of setting up some backstory for you guys, so that way, like,
Yeah.
when we start the new game, you guys already have something established from your previous characters. So now you guys have the bone and joint in Gano that is now owned by the former heroes of the Hearth.
And Dom's Dames.
And Dom's Dames, and a warehouse, and a
warehouse, and a teleportation circle. And some houses in the middle of town, so we can charge exuberant rent for those merchants and stuff that want to move into the middle of town.
Which is where all the merchants want to go.
Yeah, Titan might not be the prettiest looking dude, but he's smart as fuck.
That's a good idea. I mean, if you guys want more money, that's definitely the way to do it. So you guys own a bunch of property, a bunch of property in the middle of town. You own the warehouse. You own one of the one dock. You own a
Can we buy multiple warehouses?
Yeah, if you want. They each cost the same thing.
Can we just buy the whole warehouse? How much will the whole warehouse district cost us?
Let's see. There's 4 different warehouses per se. It's not very big because it's been a small town. So, we'll say to buy all 4 of them, including the docks and whatnot, which that's up to you guys.
Well,
I mean, not.
Of course, we'd buy the docks.
I mean, the docks don't exactly lead directly to the warehouses, but each one is kind of been
Got to make money off of everything. Come on.
Might as well buy the full fucking town then.
We could. Let's just. How much would all of Gano cost us?
All of Gano just to buy it out and basically become like the mayors and whatnot.
We don't want to run it. No.
Okay.
We want to keep the mayor there and stuff. like because that would require extra effort in our part. We don't
Yeah,
want to
but
do it.
like I have this feeling that if we buy the whole town of Gano and it's our town, next time we leave, we'll come back to a burnt out wreck.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Fair enough.
Okay. To buy all the
Well,
warehouses.
can we be silent? Can we be silent landowners?
That you could.
Of course.
Like we own this stuff, but nobody really knows that we own it all.
Okay, I'll say total to buy everything or to buy the entire town of Gano. I'm gonna put it at
No, just the shipyard and stuff, or the docks and stuff.
Well, you just want to do the docks and stuff. I think we should still do the center of town, just because that's where everyone will want to meet.
Well, I'm good.
Hey.
I've got Dom's dames. That's all I need.
Dude, I'm looking at the long run, man. I'm not looking at the short term gains.
to buy the warehouses and the docks. We'll say it costs 1.8 million in gold. And that buys you all the warehouses and the entire dock district.
How much to buy a house?
Since you guys are already spending money and the mayor's happy because you're bringing money into the town, which is what it's needed, they'll actually give you a discount to buy one of the houses that could use a little work. I mean, it doesn't need a lot, but could use a little work. We'll say it costs you 20,000.
Let me check my personal funds.
You can do it from the group funds. The group funds is for everybody. I mean, the amount that's in the miscellaneous treasure is for everyone. And you guys have plenty of money to spend. Trust me on that.
Okay.
And so, how much would the center of town cost us?
Let's see.
Because we need to start building it up a little bit. Like, even though there's not people there, we should start building like houses and stuff up now, so that way there's places for people to move into.
I wish to buy a house.
Okay, so 20,000 for you for a house. To buy the center of town and basically a bunch of the property around it. You almost have all of Gano, by the way, at this point. The amount of, aside from the farming communities that are just on the outskirts, you pretty much have most of Gano because that's really where their trade is.
There's the docks.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where they get a lot of their trade, plus, people traveling from the various other towns.
Yeah.
I'll say even number 800,000 to buy most of the property in the center of town.
Okay. And so if we were to buy the rest of the town, since we're already spending 1.8 million on the docks and everything.
They would to buy the rest of the town. It's not going to cost nearly as much because you pretty much already own most of it. You guys own like 70% at this point. You might as well just go all in and.
Can we buy the rest of it, guys? We own 70%.
Might as well. You can still have it where you can still have it where you guys are silent landowners, so no one knows it's you. Like you can have them do a paper trail, which the comptroller will gladly do. Do a paper trail to Joe Bob X. Make up a name that owns all the property. In case you wanted to do that for fear of retaliation.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. To buy the rest of the town, it'll cost you an extra 500,000, and then you have the whole town.
Might as well.
You guys just
dropped
a lot of
pretty
money.
much for two. So for pretty much, we buy the whole town for just under like 3 million.
Yeah. It doesn't take a lot. Remember, I mean, these are D&D times where 3 million in gold is a lot.
So I'm gonna get rid of all of the gold pieces that we have on here, and just change it to 3 million because I don't feel like doing like the exact max.
That's fine.
I figured I bought a house.
So it's 3 million and 20,000.
I'm including that in the 3 million. We got a discount.
Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you guys just dropped a lot of money in a town that doesn't usually see even a quarter of that on its best days.
All the
So
way
we're,
back
we're,
to
we're
I'm
subletting.
sure we'll earn it back.
Whoa,
Give
whoa.
it time.
So we're gonna sublet half of Tanoke Village for workers, apparently.
Probably you'll end up having to do that, but that's where a lot of the workers come from is Tunki Village because it's close by. I mean, they're just a
Yeah.
small little village, so Gano is like the major port for them.
So, but we need to find a really good tavern owner, preferably a hot woman.
yes.
I'm just saying because hot women make more money in the bar. Let's be honest.
No, it doesn't mean they have to be the owner. It just means they can,
True.
you hire,
Good-looking waitresses.
yeah, barmaids who are good looking. So that would take care of that. It could be a
I
male owner.
refuse to have.
You
Maybe
know, you need like a
all
rugged
this.
old woman for behind the bar, and then a really hot waitress.
There you
Yes, sounds like a plan. We need a couple of hot waitresses though.
go. Okay.
I agree.
For upkeep, I'm gonna say for overall upkeep of just paying your ship crew, your people who are gonna run the warehouse, you know, um, and certain other
The
individuals.
taxes will cover it.
Yeah, basically what you guys make will cover their expenses. So I'm not even gonna have you write it down, but just for out of character knowledge for your own sakes, you guys are basically out of pocket originally is going to cost you close to 20,000 total because a lot of people work for pretty decent rates. I mean, a gold piece, in D&D terms, can last quite a while for some people.
Yeah.
They're not
Well,
adventurers,
we want
so
to
they
take
don't need
care.
more.
Yeah, we want to make sure our people are comfortable, but we don't want to make them overzealous in their spending habits.
Yeah, so like I said, about 20,000 gold will be fine, and that's just the upkeep. But once everything gets up and running, that upkeep will disappear. You'll never even notice it anymore because you'll be making the money that you'll be making will be able to pay their bills.
No. So I guess we need to add a couple more ships. Like we just need to buy a couple of transport ships and stuff like that too to haul cargo and things.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
I mean, basically, once you bought the docks, I mean, the
Mhm.
the captains and stuff are willing to work with you, and give you a cut of their profits, because they, deliver for the merchants and whatnot who are already there.
No. So
Let's go down to the bar and get that started up. Since we dropped 3 million gold.
Yeah, you guys own the town, but you are silent partners, so no one knows that you guys actually own it.
Is the mayor still the mayor?
Yes, you guys
Yeah.
agree that the mayor stays the mayor, so that way it's less
Yeah.
pointing fingers at you guys as who actually runs the place.
Well, at our discretion, huh, Titan?
No. No. No.
Okay.
We believe I believe that us not being the main leader of this town will be a good thing.
True.
But I want to buy a small, or I say a small, but some land that can't be used for farming,
Okay.
because it's just really, and turn it into a training ground for the heroes.
I thought you were gonna start buying national. I thought you were gonna start buying out national forests and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, I could start planting trees. Buy some land, start planting trees and stuff along and everything.
Bring exotic animals.
No. No, have our own lumber supply, so instead of having to ship it all the way across the continent,
Makes sense.
start our own lumber supply.
So I'm guessing this day of spending took so long since we dropped 3 million gold. Is it nighttime now or noonish?
Yeah, it's getting about nighttime. You guys spent a lot of time. I mean, a lot of it was also you guys deciding between yourselves, what you wanted to do. Did you want to buy the whole play? Did you want to buy all Gano? How much would it cost? Like you guys in various, dealings with everybody. And what it came down to is what I'm giving you is, basically it came down to you guys are like, hey, look, we'll drop a lot of money on the town, but we want to be silent partners of the town itself. And the mayor's like, sure, how much you want to spend? And you guys are like, here's 3 million.
What can I get for this?
Yeah, and he pretty much goes, "You have the town."
Everything.
So, but we do tell them we want to make sure that the money is reinvested. And I will be sending some of my family members to come check up on you.
He goes, "Okay."
They're
Yes,
not the nice ones.
I'm sure we'll earn back the coin we spent.
oh yeah, easily enough.
Oh, yeah.
Like even with the upkeep for everybody, and making in a sense making more jobs. Even with the upkeep, you still have way more money, and like planting trees and stuff. And then you can have somebody take care of like um, the forest area that's going to be just outside Gano.
Yep.
So stuff
Plus
like
a
that.
training center.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys,
Yep.
I mean, the training center it's going to cost you a little bit, but it's also going to take a while because they're going to build it from scratch. So I mean, they're basically,
Yeah.
so that's going to take a while.
Yeah. But the whole training center thing, though, is more for us to find people that we can quest with us, or, hey, train those future heroes. Wink, wink. Dying thinking ahead.
Yeah, eventually you guys are going to want to retire, and someone else has to take up the mantle.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out some flyers or something of some sort for the opening night of the Bone and Joint.
Okay.
Why? Why do you have to make it sound so dirty when you say it?
I'm not the one who chose the name.
Yeah, but I say the Bone and Joint. You're like the Bone and Joint.
The Bone and Joint. They've got
Yeah.
a strong connections with Dom's Dames. You can use the flyer. The back of the flyer has a coupon on it so that you can get half off.
Oh my god. Oh, that's too funny. Okay.
I feel like I should. Ty just kind of looks at the bard like, really?
This opening night's like a really cool opening night. It's like the pre-opening night. Only the cool people show up. In fact, it says that on the flyer. Pre-opening
When's the bar opening tonight?
tonight. The pre-opening.
Oh.
When's the grand opening?
I don't know when we actually have this place fixed up.
All right, let me know before when the grand opening is.
Grand opening is going to be several weeks.
All right. I'll just know the date. Just tell me the date, and I'm gonna use message.
Eventually.
So,
We just gotta have a cool one now since we bought it tonight. We gotta have a party, guys.
Ty's like,
I'll
I'm
join
tired.
the party, but I'm not drinking.
We'll
We'll have
see.
to find a redhead.
Hey,
We'll have to find a hot redhead to work in.
hey, I have one. Diana, the dwarf.
Yeah, but she's not going to leave the Dwarven City.
You mean that man?
Way to spoil the moment, dear.
Sorry. Dwarves are very particular. They don't like being out in the open, and she's been raised by typical dwarves, so she prefers, being underground and having that.
You would say she's sheltered?
Yeah, of sorts.
Wah wah.
I know. Bad joke.
Who said
Good
that? Did you said that in character?
Always. Always in character. Except now when I'm saying in character.
That's it. Hang on.
That was too funny.
Well, let's invite all the awesome people of this town, like the mayor and like all those cool people, you know? Maybe that awesome dragon.
There's a petition.
Glenn.
There's a petition
Glenn's
going
girl.
around to fire NFL players who protest the national anthem.
Oh, I'm just reading the comments.
Captains.
Okay.
Some people made against your mother.
I
So
saw
you
that.
know there's still a war going on, right?
You see, she's a nurse.
Everybody needs to have a party every once in a while. The war's always going on.
It's exactly what I expect.
Well, we need to start heading to Taidui Village.
You're going where?
So we need to start heading to Taidui, or how do you pronounce that one?
Tadiwi.
Just
And it's no
Tadiwi?
longer there. It's basically just a hole in the ground. But yeah.
yeah, but isn't that where we're meeting before we attack the outpost?
Yep.
Yeah, we need to start heading that way.
I'm going to.
Yep, we can. But like, I mean, some of our parties will allow. Like Esperini's got the shits, and Thrain. I haven't seen Thrain in hours.
Yeah, Thrain
This
is.
ain't the time for a party.
Thrain apparently has a. He did tell you guys before he left that he had to go. He had to go take care of something real quick, and he would return eventually. And you haven't seen him since.
So party.
Hey,
We fight, then we party.
you guys do know you have about. You guys have about another, almost a full week before the people from Ram and before your forces from Rama are ready to march again because they want to rest, recoup, because they know the outpost is going to be the toughest challenge they have.
They can
Well,
do
it's
it.
going to take us at least a week just to get to Rama Village.
True.
So, no. But at least this time we could go slowly, carefully. So. Oh, before I forget, do we what was the name of that ship? It was shit. What was it? Crap. The Sarperio. I asked about the
Shapiro.
Shapiro, yeah.
The Shapiro.
Yeah.
Nice.
I forget. Well, I literally scribbled it down, like, so I'm trying to read bad handwriting. Okay.
I'm just trying to remember what about it I forgot.
One of the people got on it that were hunting us down. They got on that ship.
Oh yeah. So what are you asking about it?
Like, who owns that ship?
The captains that are in Gano actually will tell you that the ship is owned by. Hold on. Let me find his name. Captain Liam Costa.
Liam Costa. Okay.
Yep.
I let the other ship captains and stuff know that if they see him, feel free to hang him. He's a traitor.
Okay.
Invite them to the party.
We're not having a party.
The flyers have already been put out.
Mm.
You're not having a party.
Dude, who are you even going to party with, man? We have, like, no
The
food right.
townsfolk.
We haven't set anything up. You have, like, you're throwing a last minute bash with
That's
no
why it's
preparation.
cool. It's the pre-party. It's the pre-opening. We'll sell so much beer at high prices because that's all we'll have to sell.
Wait till the grand opening.
Because then we have to wait for 2 weeks and fight a war before then.
Well,
You people
I'm
don't know
sure
anything about relaxing.
First we fight, then we
I'm usually
First
not
we party,
on
then we
Don's side,
fight.
but yeah, I think a little relaxing party might be nice.
See?
Oh,
See?
I
Someone
didn't
gets
say
it.
I didn't say it wouldn't be nice. I just said we have some fighting to do first.
I have different
Yeah.
priorities than you, I guess.
well, well, seeing how you didn't come from a regular fighting company itself, you wouldn't understand.
Nope.
So
So what do you guys do?
I have friends. Oh man.
You're just a big man there, Titan, huh?
I mean, you guys can party the night and still leave in the morning for Taidiwi Village, and it won't set you back too far.
Yeah.
But you are right. There is really nothing but the alcohol to serve. Um, so it's one of those.
Yeah.
I'll
I
run
just
to
don't.
any of the local shops last minute and grab like pre-made dishes and crap.
All they have is rations, if that's what you're looking for. Most of the shops.
More beer.
I mean, there are a few shops that have like you can get some bread, um, you know, standard fare, some blocks of cheese, stuff like that. So I mean, you can have some minor, like snacks, but you're not gonna have any real meals.
No, only beer.
Okay. All right, you guys party for the
There's
night.
porridge. I cast like 4 create food and water, so there's enough food for a ton of people.
Sorry, what just happened? I just had to go to the door real quick.
I cast create food and water, so there's a ton of food, even though it's just porridge.
Hell yeah. That's some colorful looking porridge.
Okay. There is plenty of
And
food.
people start showing up, right?
No, I mean,
What spell are you casting?
Create food and water.
I can help you with that too.
Shame we don't have a wizard. We could just Mordecai magnificent mansion and feed 100 people with
Oh.
luxurious food.
only
I'll
in
help
the
you.
mansion.
I'll help
I
you
summon
with
the
food
magnificent
if you want
mansion.
to.
I put it on the sidewall where there's a little bit of an opening, and I put like a big header over it that says Dom's Mystery Castle, and put like a winky face.
Yeah.
All right.
The catch to the mansion is that the food only exists within the mansion. But it still sustains them, and once they leave, it's not like it disappears from their stomach. Basically, it only exists. It only exists in the form in the mansion. But once they eat it, it isn't then consumed. So
It'll
technically,
be a
you could
fun
feed
little
them.
party trick.
Yeah.
People will walk out with full glasses, and they'll just disappear, and they'll be like, "Oh, whoa, that was awesome."
There you go.
Do I need to make a party check?
No, that's fine. You guys throw a little bash, and it also helps the morale for the town because remember they had just been recently you know freed from tyranny. So I mean it does help the morale for the town, and kind of gets everybody in a much better mood. Um, just it's really good to let loose a little bit.
All right, about halfway through the night, I'm gonna walk up on the stage.
Okay.
I'm gonna get everybody's attention. Everybody in the crowd. Hey, whoa, whoa! Enough with the mansion for a second. Everybody, come out. Come on. I know it's fun.
Okay. You get a lot of people paying attention.
All right. I've got everybody's attention. Thank you all for coming here to the pre-opening of this amazing bar. Give it a hand for Titan. He's the one who purchased it. It was his idea.
Big round of applause, to Titan, and everybody's like, yeah.
Well, welcome to the Bone and Joint.
I crush a mug.
And you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling happy, and I point at the the players on the stage, and I just start singing.
Oh god. Okay. Roll
What does he
performance check.
sing?
All right.
But yeah, what are you singing? Please tell me it's not the song Happy.
Of course, it's the song "Happy."
Of course it is.
How could it not be?
What song? Is it that Ren and Stimpy song?
No, it's the actual song by Gnarls Barkley called Happy.
Totally the Ren and Stimpy song. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a lich without an itch. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like Kronos is a bitch. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel the spells I cast on you. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like there's magic you gotta do.
Hey, that was pretty good.
I throw my mug. I throw my mug at him. Then I crush it in my
I
hand.
magically blocked the mug
You
because that was a decent song. I clapped.
Like, oh my god.
You know what? Since you're all getting wasted, forget you guys. I'm getting laid.
Woozy John! He's
Okay.
getting laid!
With his performance, it's actually pretty good. It's actually a pretty good song, and for some reason, Titan, even though you're frustrated with him and just wondering what the hell's going on, you find yourself tapping your foot to the beat, and you're like, hey, yeah.
I'm getting laid. So I'm gonna find my favorite woman I'm looking.
Okay, you find one.
While you're getting laid, I gotta go, guys.
All right, man.
Have a good night. Good play
night.
with you guys.
Good night.
I'll hit you up DM if I have time to play sometime in a couple weeks or whenever.
No problem.
I hope you come back, Dom. Hope you come back.
I hope so too.
He wouldn't let me kill you today. I tried.
Don't kill me when I'm not here, please.
No, I don't. I'll basically just have you take over running, Dom's dames, and that'll be what you do on the side for now. So that way you're not dead. You're just, retiring for now.
I'll be very tired at Dom's dames. All right, later, guys.
Later.
Later, man. Have fun.
Will do.
Later. All right, well, Dom's singing and you're trying to enjoy the beat and stuff. So where do I see her?
She's just one of the patrons who's walked in, and everybody's kind of dancing, and as Dom's doing his thing, everybody's just kind of enjoying, the music, and the atmosphere is definitely a lot more lively.
All right, I'll go talk to her. See her. Talk to her.
All right, hold on. I gotta find out what time Grizz plans on showing up, because if it's too late, tell him don't worry about it for tonight. Because I know one of you has to leave at 11:30, so.
I do. And it's it's 10. It's gonna be 10, but. So I'm gonna charm her.
Okay.
Charisma or
Yeah, charisma.
Darn it.
Yeah, she's just a commoner, so it doesn't take a lot, and she knows you guys are members of the Heroes of the Hearth, and she's impressed. So normally for anyone else it'd be a much different role, but for her, she's taken by as you two have your conversation, and you're just talking to her. She seems kind of in she's listening in on everything you say, and truly following what you're saying.
Got a name, miss?
Let's see. Lisa.
Lisa.
Okay. Um, rest of the night goes on. You eventually do take her up to the room. Plenty of drinks help. The night goes on. You guys party. You finally, eventually, everybody starts to wind down, and people start to slowly clear out as it gets later and later. Um, until finally, like, there's only like 3 people left, and they're probably the town alcoholics. You guys eventually decide to finally get some rest. You kick out the last remaining people. You get some sleep. Zin, you had a very good night. You're very much relaxed now. The next morning dawns.
I wake up with my with the woman that with the red head. I don't need to tell you what she looks like. I sent her a
Yeah, I know.
message, and I'm just saying, "Whoa, that was some crazy. That was a crazy night." And just so you know how to character this won't be a one night stand.
Okay.
Uh, I'm thinking, whoa. I guess I'm gonna tell I'm gonna tell them I'm no longer a virgin.
Mm. Slow clap from Titan.
No, when I see you, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you that. And
Yeah. And I'm just gonna give you a slow clap, like.
by the way, did our rooms come with baths?
There is a bath on each level. It's a group one, so everybody gets to take the turns. Um, actually, the top level, you guys each have your own baths, because those are, that's also where, the former bar owner also used to spend his time.
So, is she still asleep?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till she wakes up. Titan, what are you doing while I wait?
I'll probably bathe.
Because I know,
Yeah.
because I know you must got a hangover.
No, I didn't drink that much. Titan likes to keep his wits about him.
So no one had any hangovers.
Nah. Titan at least was paying attention. Malin's so quiet over there.
I can take care of my own hangover. Don't worry.
I say, yeah, Malin can recover from his hangover pretty quickly.
Currently, and I bet sparkles of power glow in my hand. I can come back from accidentally putting out my eyes, so I'm pretty good.
Just for fun, Titan, while you're down, while you come down after the morning and just kind of sitting and relaxing, you see someone walk in.
Uh, can you move your this frost giant? I'm trying to get the name of the town. Would you kindly? Thanks.
And you see the gentleman as he walks in. He kind of looks around. Um, he's not human. He actually is a platinum elf. And kind of looks around. He looks at you, and he just, because really you're like the only other one here right now. He kind of sighs heavily and shakes his head, and then he turns around and walks out. That's it. What do you do, Titan?
Who was it that came in and shook his head? Was it somebody I knew or didn't know?
No, you had no idea who it was. It was just some random guy that walked in. He looked around. He took a quick look at you, because you were the only one down there at the time. Took a quick look at you, and then he just kind of shrugged his head and walked away.
Did I perceive anything strange about him, like something that would I would question it, or would it be like, oh, I missed the party kind of deal?
Roll a perception check. Nice. Um, he was definitely not dressed for a party. He was dressed up like what you would expect, like a fighter or someone to, he had his weapons on him and whatnot. Um, it's the look he kind of
Uh,
had to him that kind of set you off about him. Something didn't seem right with him.
okay. I go after him.
Okay. As you walk out, you see him getting on a horse.
I go, excuse me, sir. Were you looking for somebody?
Not really. I was just looking.
You were what? Sorry, you broke up.
Oh, he says, not really. I was just looking.
Well, if you'd like a room to stay in, we have plenty.
He kind of smiles to himself and goes, no, that's okay. No, I saw what I was there for.
Mm.
He turns his horse and starts riding off. What do you do?
Well, I can't really do anything to him because he didn't provoke me. It'd be cowardly to attack him from behind like that, since we're
True.
not actually like engaged in a battle. Um, hmm. I just go, you just look really familiar. And I'm just trying, I can't remember where I've seen you before.
He stops. I don't think you've ever seen me.
I
Uh,
think I have.
with
Was it
your
in?
with your perception, you did notice a strange symbol on him. Let me see if I can find it.
Was it something I would know as like a bad symbol or a good symbol?
It's a symbol you don't recognize.
Was it a religious symbol or like an organizational? Like, would it be
Um,
one I could be like, that is probably a religious symbol? Like, cause you know the like religious symbols kind of stand out.
yeah. Um, I would say roll a. Hmm. That one is kind of tough. I'd say roll a history check. You look at it; it's definitely not religious.
Okay. Do I
Nice,
remember what it
Jesus.
is though?
Yeah, you're
Like,
getting some decent
could I
rolls.
possibly have glimpsed it somewhere and been like, I've seen that symbol somewhere. I just don't know where.
As you look at
Hmm.
the symbol, it dawns on you. That symbol hasn't been used for a very long time now. Um, it's the symbol of an old mercenary band. Uh, they were said to hire themselves out to the highest bidder, um, and they tended to not take sides. Uh, that they were, whoever paid more is who they worked for.
Hmm. Do I remember the name of the mercenary group or?
Uh, as you're sitting thinking, you recall they were called the Mongols.
The Mangles. Hmm.
Yes, the
The
symbol is in
Mangles.
Discord.
Okay. I just kind of go, well, I haven't seen that emblem in a while. Or no one from my family has seen that emblem in quite a while.
No, it's been a very long time. It's rumored that because they treated themselves like a clan, um, and they were very particular about who would join the ranks of their clan. They were very specific.
Yeah.
Um, and it's rumored that they died off. Like, they just seem to disappear. One day they're there, and the next day, people that were
They
known
were
to be,
gone.
known to be associated with them suddenly are gone.
Yeah. I go, so what brings the Mongols back into the light, or I should say, into the torchlight of the evening?
Kind of chuckles. Haven't you
Are
heard?
you
There's
here
a
for
war
work?
on.
Well, we could always use another fighter if you're looking for work, or are you already engaged in a contract?
I already have a contract.
Hmm. It wouldn't happen to do with anything with this quaint little village, would it?
It was supposed to, but apparently the village is not what I was expecting.
And what were you expecting?
It overrun by forces that follow a god that should remain gone.
No, we've been fighting those forces.
Hmm.
In fact, we had to outpost Picket is where the last forces on this continent are.
Then I guess that's where I have to look.
Join us. Me and some friends will be heading that way.
I don't think my goals and your goals are allied quite as much as you think.
Mm, well, what are your goals? I can tell you if they are or if they aren't.
I'm here to locate somebody and bring them back for justice.
Who would that somebody be?
A commander that belongs to the other side's forces.
Oh, which commander? I might be able to save you some trouble. I have killed a couple lately.
He goes, Commander Nilken Rensis.
Is that one of the ones we killed? I can't remember.
No, it's not one of the ones. You haven't
No.
even heard this name before.
I bet he's at the outpost. But what has he done so bad that even the other side are willing to forsake him?
I neither know nor care. I just know that he's to be brought in and that we were paid handsomely for it.
So what's your name, good sir?
One second. I'm trying to find a good one. Call me Callow.
Callow.
I'm putting the names, by the way, into Roll20 in case. Just so you know how they're spelled.
Okay. And Kylo, let's say I decided once you're done with your current contract that I'd like to get in contact with you to offer you one myself.
He kind of looks at you. Looks at you real curiously. It's a look like, you don't really need me. Look at you. But you see him kind of think for a second.
I can't always be everywhere at once. I say to the response to his look.
Fair enough. He pulls from his saddlebag a scroll and hands it to you.
Okay.
That will give you directions to our base of operations. As long as you do what is required within those directions, you will have no issue. You will be able to hire us out. Specific targets,
Okay.
if there are specific people you're looking for us to take care of, we can do that, but we will need enough general information to start our search. Other than that, depending on their priority in the grand scheme of things on how much the bill is.
Okay. So can I ask how much a general's head cost?
For which side?
I don't want to be rude. Well, I mean, you're already taking him from his own side, so.
That's a commander, not a general. Commanders are much
Or
cheaper.
commander. So, how much would a commander cost?
Oh, his head? His head is currently sitting at 800,000 gold.
800,000. And you get paid no matter who does it, correct?
We prefer we do it, but if he is removed from the picture by someone else before we have a chance to get to him, as long as we bring proof of death, we still get the money.
Interesting.
Although, specifically, this contract wants him alive. Apparently, those who hired us really want to have a conversation with this individual.
And how much would it cost to have him killed instead?
Once we take a contract, we stick to the terms of the contract. We don't violate them unless we have no other choice.
Okay.
In other words, if he doesn't go willingly, or he puts up a fight and we end up killing him, then there are stipulations in the contract for that.
Well, how about someone opening the gates for, say, an army to go through? How much would that cost? I mean, you're already on your way to there anyway, right?
Opening the gates and getting someone from within are two separate matters because one involves a little more obviousness than subtly sneaking in and getting our target.
Well, a lot can happen in the confusion of battle.
It's possible
I'm
that
just
there
saying.
could be a gate left open in the confusion.
No name. I'm just saying. You're already going that way.
And apparently so are you.
Exactly. So, Mr. Callow,
Made a new friend.
how much do you think it would? So, how much would it cost to say leave a gate open? Doesn't have to be a big gate. Maybe even a small door that we can sneak some forces in to take the gate ourselves.
To run the risk of revealing ourselves to our target, it will cost you 200k. Our target is to be taken alive and not to know that we're after him until it's too late for him to do anything.
What if I can guarantee you safe passage back out through the troops of our troops with it?
30k.
Done.
And I'll make sure a door is open. I personally will make sure a door is open. It's not that we can't. It's not that we can't take multiple contracts. It's just that there are certain requirements.
Okay. What are the requirements so we can make this happen?
As long as it doesn't interfere with the current assignment we're on, which, from everything you've said, it wouldn't. There's no real other requirements. It just can't interfere with our main contract that we have.
I go, well, if you'd come inside and give me a minute, I will write on some parchment and seal it with our emblem.
He nods.
That will give you safe passage.
He pulls his horse back up, climbs off, and walks inside. Would you like to be paid up front, or do you get paid after?
We'll take the money after the contract is fulfilled.
seeing as how I probably will run into you on the way out.
I pen him a letter stating that Mr. Callow is to be let through with a prisoner by the name of
Nilkin
Nilkin
Rensis.
Renus.
Yeah, close enough.
Rensis.
Close enough.
Nilkin Rensis. And that they should not be hindered at all on their way out.
Okay. As soon as you finish signing it, he rolls it up. He puts it in a small pouch to his side. I'll see you when payment's due. He turns around, walks out.
Fair enough. So
Now you got a door in. The one thing you do recall about these guys is they are very strict about their contracts. They will fulfill it to the best of their ability. And as far as they see it is, the contract is not fulfilled until it is finished. So if this person fails, they will send somebody else if they haven't already sent others as backup.
yeah.
But usually it's a one-person job. Usually it only takes one of their members because they're specially trained in their unique ways. Alright, what do the rest of you guys do?
Wait until Lisa wakes up.
Okay. It takes her a little bit, but she finally wakes up.
I tell her good morning and had fun. And what a night.
Yes, it was quite a night.
Can we talk over breakfast?
Sure. I will have to get leaving soon and get back to my chores.
Alright. Alright. I would like to know more about you.
Okay. Malin, what are you doing since you've been kind of quiet?
I gonna go out and just wander around looking for drug dealers.
What are you going to do? Are you gonna buy that crack? You gonna buy
No, I'm not going to buy the crack.
Why are you looking for a drug dealer?
I want to test out the divine word.
Oh, my mistake, because there's only one, because that's the only reason why I know you're looking for a drug dealer.
Nope, gonna go out and murder some. This is our town now, man. I need to keep it clean.
Well, you're free to do whatever you want, just don't get caught.
Technically, it's your town. You can get away with pretty much anything.
Well, I just don't want this to ruin up. I just don't want this to be in the newspaper or the gospel. Cleric murders drug dealer in public. Scream.
As you wander around, there isn't much of a criminal element here in Gano, at least not during the day. You have a feeling you're probably going to have to wait till night, but by then you guys should be on your way to Taidiwi village.
Oh.
So I go over to the docks and let me just see if just be 100% sure I can do this.
While he's doing that, Zin, you and Lisa are having a decent conversation. She tells you about herself. She's, she works in, her normal job is she's actually a farmer. She's just a commoner. She works in Tonke village, helping her family with bringing in the crops and whatnot to help supply Gano and a couple of the other places nearby. She does
So
say
she lives in Tonke Village?
Yeah, she does say that they do a lot of their business to Outpost Tembe, um, which is where they send a lot of their resources.
Where did they work at? Where does she work? Where they send the resource at?
Outpost Tenby down south.
So yeah, what I can do what I was thinking. So I'm gonna be
Any brothers or
the
sisters?
Yeah, give me a second. Go ahead, Malin.
I'm gonna be in the harbor district, and I'm going to cast locate object, looking for lead.
Okay. Interesting.
Lead, a piece of lead will stop you from finding something inside with locate object. But I'm looking basically for lead itself.
Okay. Um, what's the range on it?
1,000 feet.
Nice.
And I can just say narcotics, and bam, any narcotic. Well, the nearest narcotics in 1,000, the nearest lead box in 1,000 feet. I know exactly where it is.
Okay. Since you're near the docks, there are several that are actually lead lined.
All right, I do this wandering the docks 3 times, make note of the buildings, and leave to get ready for when we come back to the town for purging.
Okay, makes sense.
I asked her about her brothers and sisters.
She
Families.
has 3 brothers and 2 sisters. She is a middle child. She says her older brother actually joined the Crimson Guard, and last they heard, he was stationed in Montana. Her older sister took a job. Hold on. She took a job in the Elven continent, and she works in Methmalume, which is one of the port cities.
PM the details to me.
Okay,
If you can.
I will do that. And Zin, it almost looks like it because it is the Mandalorian symbol.
The what? Yeah.
The symbol, it's one of the older Mandalorian symbols.
Yeah, but Boba Fett still wears that symbol.
And he wears a different version of it, but yeah. Where are you? Okay, fuck it, I'll have to message you.
Anyway, I'm just saying it's nice talking to her, and we should hang out some more. Or talk some more. Whenever you're not busy.
What are the rest of you doing while I'm typing this out to him?
Just in general, getting ready for the attack.
I probably would have would have went and helped them get rid of any of the drug dealers in town because we don't want that shit.
I will
Unless we're
check
the ones.
with the blacksmith and see if I can get one of my bowls.
He actually does have one done.
I'll join you after I'm done. After I'm done.
Okay. I sent it to you in PM over Discord.
Thanks. I tell her that we should talk more and hang out more.
She agrees, but, she understands you're also going to be busy, so. So you guys go and hunt down the drug dealers. I'm going to make it easy because they are not prepared for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll walk her out and ask and ask if she needs anything else before I go help my friend.
She says no, she needs to get back.
All right, I'll tell her I'll contact you through my sending spell. Then I go to join my other. Then I go to join my comrades.
Okay. Because he's delayed far too long, and we're about to lose another player here in about an hour. I'm going to say that we're going to end it a little early tonight, which is unusual for me, but I don't want to get too involved and have him miss out. Because just three of you is, going to make combat very interesting. Plus, gives me
I'm
enough
sure
time.
it will.
Plus, gives me enough time to make sure that I have everything prepared for you guys. We will say you spend the rest of the day cleaning out the drug dealers. Not all of them that had the lead line boxes were drug dealers. A couple of them were just simple people who, line their boxes to prevent people from finding out what they were carrying.
What were they? What kind of drugs they were carrying? So we we'll prevent that bad stuff from coming into this town.
It's a natural born narcotic that only grows within certain areas.
But what's it called? It's got to have a
Well,
street.
let me ask this: does it have tendency? Does it have like hallucinogenic effects like weed, or does it get you fucked up like cocaine?
It's kind of a combination of both. It's a pretty powerful drug within itself, but it naturally grows. It's something. I
Is it
actually have.
its?
I haven't created the name for it yet because I didn't honestly think it was going to come up, but I did have an idea for stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I was just curious. Is it something like really addictive and bad for people, or is it just like smoking pot where it gets you, you feel good, but
No, it has highly addictive properties, and those that have taken it tend to be.
oh,
Um, they tend to look more like crackheads when they're on it than anything else.
okay.
Just think of a wacky name for it.
I'll think later. I'm not worried about it right now.
The Dominator.
Um,
That'll work.
its nickname is Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island.
That's the nickname for the
Well,
drug.
burn this stuff. Burn this stuff.
Not
Or
recommended.
flush it down. Or flush it down the drain, or whatever.
But yeah, we'll say you take care of the drug dealers and, or at least the few that were there.
Or dissolve this crap in acid.
But yeah, like I said, I don't want to go too much further, so we'll leave it at that. I'm going to cut it short tonight. Plus, it sounds like half of us are kind of blah, anyways.
Yeah.
And
It happens when not everyone shows up.
Yeah.
but we still when we bought a town.
Yeah.
Before we go, what is my I wish to see my new house before I go.
Okay. Well, you have the property. It's the house. It definitely needs a lot of work. By the way, each of you, I'm just going to do individual XP for tonight. Each of you got 5,000 XP for the various
Oh,
role
nice.
playing.
Cool.
5,000 each.
Yeah, 5,000 apiece.
Cool.
Because you guys did get some things accomplished.
And I try to get it headed to the Taidui. I can't even say the damn village up there
It's all good.
by the outpost. But hey, I bought us a doorway.
Yeah.
I got us an unlocked door.
Cool. So we're at third. So we're at 1,030.
130,667.
Yep, that's it.
There you go.
All right. See you guys next week.
All right. See you guys next week.
See you next week.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned.